Hey guys, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and today I'm going to be working on the cover and sewing in the signatures for my lemon junk journal. This is part of the poetry inspired series in collaboration along with Janie over at the Crafting Bookworm. You can check my junk journals playlist, which I will link in the space below if you want to see parts 1 and 2 of the video, as well as the other parts that come out later on. I decided to do a voiceover for this because I was going to be working with a hot glue gun and needles while sewing and that kind of stuff, and I already have a tendency to hurt myself while doing that, and I didn't want to try to be talking while doing that kind of stuff, so voiceover it is. And right now you can see I'm cutting down the lemon fabric that's going to go around the edge or around the cover, excuse me, and I'm just trying to get it down to the right size. And we'll go ahead and glue it on with some hot glue after that. When I do this with the hot glue and the fabric and stuff, I start with the spine and just try to apply glue around the edges of it so that when I go to sew the signatures in, I'm not fighting an additional layer of lumpy hard glue to deal with. So I'm going to lay down the spine, and then I want to attach to the cover pieces. I'm going to be gluing in the sides and then going through the corners. So I'll maybe just turn some music on while I do that and let you watch. Up next, I'm going to cut a smaller piece that's going to cover up all of the weird wonky edges that you see in there and stuff, and basically just do the inside cover. So I like the torn edge look, so I'm just snipping pieces and ripping the fabric to get it down to the right size. I'll glue it down and then we'll pick up from there. Alright, that is down now, and we're ready to start measuring signatures and or making the template and getting things ready to sew in. So what I'm grabbing now is a template that I used in a previous journal. It only has lines for 3 signatures, but I'm going to measure out and add some lines because it is the right size of template for the spine of that book. I'm now ready to use the template to start marking places in the signature to sew. And I've got my little clamps there that came from the $1.25 tree. And those are in the kitchen tools section if you're looking for similar clamps. I just like to hold the signature pages together so they're not moving all over the place. And I believe when I got those at the store, there were like a set of 3 for $1.25. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, I'm using the signature to mark the spots in the middle where I'm going to poke the hole through with the awl. When I poke the hole through, I'm going to try to keep the pages closed so that it goes through the way that I want it to. You can poke with the pages open. It just usually works better for me because if you have the pages closed when you're poking the hole through, then it's going to be more like what the journal's going to be more often. It's going to have those pages closed when the journal's sitting closed. Now I've realized that I haven't marked the spots in the cover, so I'm taking a Sharpie because the fabric does have black on it, so I just wanted to get the circles nice and dark, and I'm just marking those. And I realized that one of the middle holes is a bit off line, but if you follow your template, it's the 4th signature there, and I use the holes both for the spine of the book and the signature, then we won't have any problems with sewing those in. If that's confusing, I am so sorry. In the spine, I'm using my Crocodile Big Bite to punch the holes, and I'll need to go back through and trim fabric pieces because the Crocodile doesn't cut all the way through the entire fabric. And moving ahead, thanks to editing, we have now done that. The fabric is trimmed, and I'm picking out a type or a color of embroidery floss to tie the signatures. I've got a yellow and a green that would go nicely with the colors that I've chosen, and I decided to go with the yellow because it seemed to fit better. I've got my holes poked already, and I'm measuring out 3 lengths or widths of the page and cutting that, and I'll be threading a needle and doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to sew in the signature. Because this is kind of a repetitive process and I'm doing 5 signatures, I'll probably just stop talking here and let you watch the rest through on higher speed so that we don't have to hear me talking the entire time. I'm always relieved when that part is over. It's not fun, and I always end up poking myself with either the awl or the needle. Now I've got one of my coffee dyed library pockets that I get from the Inky Finger Society on Etsy, and I am just labeling that with a number 66, I believe. And I'm going to put some fabric tack on the back of it. It does come prepared with some sticky on the back, and if I was just putting it on paper, I would just let it be because it is very sticky. But because I'm adding it to fabric, I'm just going to add some fabric tack just for extra security there. This has become kind of a signature thing that I've been doing in all of my junk journals for quite a while now, is doing these coffee dyed library pockets, and I just love them, and I think they're kind of a fun way to start off a journal. And we're pretty much done now with this part of the process anyway. We need to, of course, decorate and add all the fun bits and that kind of stuff, and maybe add some cover decorations, but that's it for now. Have a wonderful, magical, or bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.